My name's Lewis O'Brien. I've created this 5-minute guide series to property development contracts to help those who want to develop property, be it a small renovation or a large unit development, to avoid common mistakes and do it better. I believe that the ideas we'll offer you here will help you avoid a nasty car crash and help you maximize the profits from your next development. For those about to sign a property development contract, Lewis O'Brien and Associates can assist with a fixed price review or even just some special conditions to get you started. In this segment, we're going to talk about selling your property development project with plans and permits. Now, it may not be what everyone plans at the start, but there are certainly circumstances where it may make a great deal of sense for you. So let's explore when that might be the case and what you should be doing to make sure that you are set up to be able to do this with a minimum of fuss and complication later. So let's start by looking at why or when it might make sense to sell your property development project with plans and permits. I guess the first reason why, and perhaps the most common reason, is that you may not be able to get construction finance for the project. This may be because you've got too many other projects on the go, or because the banks have changed their lending criteria. Another reason why you might sell your project with plans and permits is the classic offer that's too good to refuse. Someone has offered you enough money for the property that there isn't enough margin left to make it worthwhile for you to actually go to the trouble and the hassle of building the project, because there's enough profit if you just sell it up front. Sometimes market conditions are such that building prices are very competitive and it doesn't make sense to actually hold the project through to building. The final reason that I want to touch on, and one I think that's underappreciated by many clients, is that if your skills are in designing developments and getting plans and permits through, it may be that your skill set doesn't extend to building, and you're better off focusing your time and effort in the planning and permit stage where you'll make more money. It is important to recognize that your plans and permits probably contain intellectual property rights, particularly copyright, owned by the draftsman or the architect that prepared those plans. So if you're contemplating the possibility that you might want to sell a project, you need to make sure that the terms of the license you have to use those rights are clear. And going further than that, you need to make sure that it's explicitly clear that you not only have the right to sell the project and therefore assign the right to use those plans and permits, but also that a purchaser can amend the plans and permits if that's what they decide they need to do to optimize what becomes their development. Next, we need to think very carefully about the copies of documents that we are offering to a purchaser. So specifically, what reports, what plans, what permits exactly are we offering? And second of all, what format are we offering them in? Are we offering them, for example, an editable electronic format, which is going to be most useful to a purchaser? The better the job we do here for the purchaser, the more likely they are to offer the price that we're looking for. Another way that we can add value to a purchaser, and therefore encourage them to offer the best possible price, is to allow them early access to the property so they can start doing some or all of, surveying, some soil tests, getting building quotes, and otherwise getting a head start on the development process. The more of that they can do in the settlement period, the higher the price they should pay, all other things being equal. The final point that I want to touch on is in relation to the question of warranties. Some purchasers may expect that you provide all sorts of interesting warranties about the plans and permits. You should try and avoid that. Basically, the only warranty you should be providing is that the plans and permits have been paid for and they therefore have the right to use them. Any warranty about fitness for purpose or the like should be expressly negatived. It should be up to the purchaser to make their own decision and take the plans on an as-is basis. To close this video, I want to make the obvious point that what has preceded this is hardly a comprehensive list of the issues that you need to consider, but rather a list of the issues that most commonly cause problems for clients in my experience. If you're not sure where to go next, Lewis O'Brien and Associates is regularly helping clients to sell projects with plans and permits. We can prepare the contract, draft the special conditions you need, and answer any questions you may have along the way. As an alternative, at a modest cost, you can download some sample special conditions from our website, www.lewisobrien.com.au. I hope you've enjoyed this short video, and hopefully you've got some value out of it that will help ensure that your next building contract is better and more successful. If that's the case, please share this video with a friend, like the video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do intend to create a series of videos, but your feedback and suggestions will be invaluable.